everyone, and welcome back to Poets and Quants' Must Reads, a quick, digestible recap of the top business school news, sponsored by Center Courts, our virtual admission events. I'm your host, Christy Blyzeffer, and I'll be highlighting the most important P&Q stories you might have missed. So let's get to it. Number 1, the top one-year MBA programs in the United States. One-year MBAs have traditionally lagged behind their two-year cousins in basic metrics like GMAT scores and GPA averages, if only because they have always been slightly less popular. That is no longer the case, according to the Graduate Management Admission Council's annual Prospective Students Survey released earlier this month. For what may be the first time ever, a majority of prospective B-School students said that they prefer one-year MBA programs over the more traditional two-year options. In the survey, completed by 2,710 respondents in 131 countries, 22% of would-be student seekers seeking a graduate management education said they would prefer the more accelerated MBA program that costs less and involves half the time away from a paycheck. Just some 20% expressed a preference for the two-year full-time residential MBA. Read our full article for more analysis and a breakdown of tuition and costs for the 23 top one-year MBA programs in the United States. You can find it now on our homepage. How the law school boycott is creating havoc for U.S. News MBA rankings. After a major boycott of U.S. News rankings by the big brand law and medical schools, the U.S. News editors understandably went through a major introspection. After all, once Yale and Harvard walked, a stampede of other law and medical schools followed, putting the organization's money-making rankings at risk. After consulting with more than 100 law and medical school deans, U.S. News revised the way it cranks out its graduate rankings to reflect the criticism it received. Even so, this year, U.S. News was only able to cobble together law and med school rankings using other public data sources. But the boycott had more meaningful impact on all the organization's graduate rankings, including its closely followed ranking for business schools that will be published on April 25th, a week later than expected. Our full commentary by Poets and Quants Editor-in-Chief John Byrne is available in our Rankings tab. Number 3, these 3 BigIdea Bounce finalists are headed for WashUs Shark Tank, a mushroom-sourced supplement startup. A savvy solution to those pesky paywalls you encounter to read valuable content on the web. A way to ensure your glasses never get smudged. The student entrepreneurs behind these 3 new business ideas are the finalists in this year's BigIdea Bounce, powered by Poets and Quants. The pitch competition, sponsored by the Olin Business School at Washington University, drew 130 entrants from 10 countries and more than 60 universities. The 3 finalists will be competing against each other for the $50,000 top prize before a panel of judges at Olin. Read about each of these business ideas or register to watch their pitches live online in this story, which can be found in our news tab. Number 4, our weekly roundup of news you can use. No matter where you are in your MBA journey, we bring several helpful stories to you this week. First up, how do admission consultants feel about using ChatGPT to help with your admission essays? Our friends at Fortuna Admissions surveyed several experts on the chatbot in this story. Should you use AI to draft your MBA admission essays? And the answer is probably not. You can find out the reason why on our admissions tab. Next, for all those non-trad MBA applicants out there, this next story from our partners at North Star Admissions is a definite don't miss. What non-traditional MBA applicants need to know is posted now in our admissions hub. And finally, are you in the enviable position of having multiple MBA invites but don't know which to choose? Make sure to check out 6 tips on how to choose between MBA offers from our friends at Fortuna Admissions. And that's it for this week's Must Reads recap. I also want to alert school seekers to Poets and Quants' upcoming MBA Festival admission event. In these virtual panels, you'll hear from admission gurus and career experts from leading business schools around the world. Our next event is June 6th and 7th, and you can register now for free. Again, I'm Christy Bleiseffer, and you can join me next week right here for a recap of what's important in the world of business education. Thanks for listening, and as always, stay informed.